When you hear about slavery for 400 years, for 400 years, that sounds like a choice.
Kanye may win awards for many things, but the award he deserves the most is for the most controversial rapper of all time. From politics to race, and even as far as religion, Kanye has made controversial statements in all of these topics that have caused the world to be outraged. Keep watching till the end of this video to see the most controversial things that Kanye West has said. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Anti-Semitism comments. One of the most controversial things Kanye West did throughout his career was his statement against the Jewish society. While Kanye may have made some pretty tough statements in the past, his comments against the Jews have topped the list of the most controversial things he's said, as this comment alone led him to lose $2 billion. I bet you're wondering just how bad Kanye's statement may have been. Well, bad enough to get his social media accounts suspended and even lose his spot as a billionaire on the Forbes list. In October 2022, Kanye made a tweet which has since been deleted, where he said he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Although the tweet was taken down from his account by Twitter, who then suspended him, the platform did not specify which policies had been broken. Ye posted the tweet after sharing a text exchange with Sean Diddy Combs on Instagram, suggesting that Diddy didn't support Ye's recent actions because Jewish people were controlling him. Kanye wrote in a tweet, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people." He didn't stop there. After the tweet got some engagement and Twitter users called him out, Kanye went on to defend his anti-Semitic comments as he said, "The funny thing is I actually can't be anti-Semitic, because black people are actually Jew also." The last tweet Kanye made about the situation was, "You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone, whoever opposes your agenda." After the Twitter platform took down the tweets, they proceeded to lock his account for violating Twitter policies. A rep from Twitter announced via email his account at Kanye West was blocked for violating Twitter's policies. His account has since been unlocked, but the deleted tweet shows that it was taken down for violating the policies. Before Kanye started suffering financial loss over his anti-Semitic comments, he was featured on some interviews, where he was asked about the comments, but he immediately defended himself, and even doubled down on his comments against the Jewish people. In the interview with Drink Champs, Ye argued that he isn't an anti-Semite, because he's also a Jew, as the blood of Christ. However, he went on a full-blown rant about how the Jewish people control all facets of media and entertainment, even blaming Jewish Zionists for recent news stories about how his ex-wife Kim Kardashian and her ex-boyfriend Pete Davidson got intimate in front of a fireplace. "Jewish people have owned the black voice," Ye said. "Either it's through us wearing the Ralph Lauren shirt, or it's all of us being signed to a record label, or having a Jewish manager, or being signed to a Jewish basketball team, or doing a movie on a Jewish platform like Disney. I respect what the Jewish people have done and how they brought their people together." All of that made the issues worse for Kanye as big brands he's worked with started pulling him out of their businesses. Brands like Adidas, Balenciaga, Gap, and many more have all ended their contracts with him over the anti-Semitic comments. On the other hand, Kanye has yet to fully address his crashed net worth and loss of fashion gigs. He has, however, made a few comments since the controversy hit the media. After gaining access to his Instagram page, Kanye began responding to some companies that cut him off. He made a post via Instagram where he addressed to Ari Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor Talent Agency, who spoke out against Kanye's statements. He said, "This is love speech. I still love you. God still loves you. The money is not who I am. The people is who I am." West also claimed to have lost $2 billion in one day, and he went as far as making a joke out of the situation. With most of the major companies he's collaborated with cutting him off, Ye made a post via his Instagram where he said, Ye has reportedly cut ties with Kanye West. According to him, since everyone was cutting off ties with Kanye West, he'd also do the same. Slavery was a choice comment. In 2018, Kanye made perhaps one of the most controversial statements a black person could ever make. One of the saddest histories for black people in America is the 400 years of slavery that African Americans were subjected to so many years ago. Kanye West, however, believes that the black people who suffered through 4 centuries of slavery were not forced, but chose to. In an interview with TMZ, Kanye said, "When you hear about slavery for 400 years, he said, for 400 years? That sounds like a choice. You was there for 400 years, and it's all of y'all. It's like we're mentally in prison." I like the word prison because slavery goes too direct to the idea of blacks. Slavery is to blacks as the Holocaust is to Jews.
So prison is something that unites us as one race, blacks and whites being one race, that we're the human race.
Kanye's opinions made the hosts uncomfortable, and the interviewer Van Lathan clapped back at him, saying,
"I actually don't think you're thinking anything,"
he said. His comments weren't appreciated by the African-American community, and some rappers even spoke about how upsetting it was. Rapper will.i.am said in an interview, "His comment was ignorant and broke my heart. When you're a slave, you're owned. That's not choice, that's by force." After coming under fire for making such an upsetting statement against his own race, Kanye was forced to apologize to the black community. He did so via a Chicago radio station, 107.5 WGCI, where he said, "I don't know if I properly apologized for how that slave comment made people feel. So I want to take this moment right now to say that I'm sorry for hurting. I'm sorry for the 1-2 effect of the MAGA hat into the slave comment." He went on to say that he saw the black community's reactions, which made him understand how wrong he was to make that statement. He said, "One thing that I got from the TMZ comment is that it showed me how much black people love me, and how much black people count on me and depend on me, and I appreciate that," he continued. "I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to talk to you
about the way I was thinking and what I was going through and what led me, to that."
George Floyd alleged overdose. The largest protest in American history was the 2020 protest against police brutality against black Americans that led to the death of George Floyd. The late George Floyd cried out the words, "I can't breathe," while a police officer, Derek Chauvin, knelt on his neck. The unfortunate event led to the death of George Floyd, and a global outcry confronting police brutality and racism followed. Derek Chauvin, who knelt on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes, was sentenced to 22 years in prison after 2 autopsies showed that Floyd died from having his knee on his neck. Despite the court proving that Floyd did not die of a drug overdose and the trauma that his death caused the black community as a whole, Kanye West publicly said that George Floyd died of an overdose. In an interview with Drink Champs, he said,
"They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that."
Ye blamed Floyd's death on fentanyl rather than officers compressing his neck and chest. That's the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks.